We've got a great panel of under 35 successful entrepreneurs for here today. Is there anybody in the audience that would like to become an entrepreneur and start your own business? Raise your hands. Anybody? Great. Well, hopefully we can convince more of you to start your own businesses, and I think you will after you hear what these panelists have accomplished. Very young. So they are developing technology footprints in areas previously untapped while forming coherent visions of business that grow dynamically from the core of an original concept that they had. We have one person who does a tech platform who is recycling electronic waste. Another person that has developed AI systems that recognize those with impaired speech. And a third who is our creative, who is an interior designer and media creator. So let's get started. We're going to start with the introduction of Muge Otachi. She's an environmental engineer and the co-founder of CEO of Mole. It's a technology platform dedicated to improving the management and recycling of electronic waste. We all have electronic waste, our phones, our computers, etc., cables and phones. And without further ado, I'm going to have them play the 1-minute video of her business for Muge. I'm going to go right into the panel questions for the sake of time. So my question for you is, who or what event made you to decide to pursue a career in entrepreneurship and start your own business?
Honestly, it was in the moment. It's totally built up. It's not a career, I think, and also it's being a human that you are always trying to fix some problems around yourself, and for me, about the environmental disasters. So while I was studying environmental engineer at ITU, Istanbul Technical University, I visited a lot of landfills, recycling facilities, or waste treatment systems. What I saw there, there's a huge gap between what we know should happen and what is really happening in the real life. So we're gonna learn theoretically, or we're gonna fix the problems theoretically on the paper, but in the real life, any company doesn't get rid of the, for example, electronic waste problem. So I don't want to wait any company or government to fix this problem. It is a problem, by the way, because when you are drop of your e-waste into the trash or somewhere, probably it's gonna be lost or burying under the soil, and the worst scenario is the children in the West Africa gonna die with the mercury or lead poisoning. They are buried the electronic waste just a couple of dollars. So I don't want to wait to make any environmental impact after graduated. I'm gonna start the business to make and change the real numbers to our impact. Yeah, this is my story.
Thank you, Muge. Let's welcome Muge.
Thank you.
Our next panelist is Ukili Amarova from Kazakhstan. She founded Soleil AI at the age of 15. It's one of the first AI systems capable of recognizing impaired speech caused by more than 300 conditions, including cerebral palsy and post-stroke disorders. Can we have Ukili's video?
When I was a child, my grandmother and grandfather suffered a stroke, after which their speech became difficult to understand. That's when I started to wonder, if there are already translators for different languages around the world, why is there still no translator for people with speech impairments caused by stroke or neurological conditions? Hello everyone, my name is Ukili Omarova. I launched my startup when I was 15, and today I am honored to be recognized as one of the top 100 female tech founders worldwide. Inspired by my grandparents' story, I created Soily AI, the first technology that helps recognize unclear speech and makes communication more accessible for over 800 million people. Today, we work with medical centers and doctors across the CIS region and hold an international patent for our invention. My mission is to create a world where every person can be heard. It is my great honor to represent Kazakhstan at the Global Women's Summit. Let's create a better world together.
You explained why you started your own business because of your caring parents and their obsession, but what made you get over your fear of starting a business at such a tender age of 15? It must have been pretty daunting. How did you know where to start and what to do?
Hello, everyone. I'm happy to be there. Honestly, I never woke up and thought I want to become an entrepreneur. Everything started with a problem I saw in my own family. When I was little, my grandparents had a stroke, and after that, it became difficult for them to speak, and many people could not understand them. I started wondering, if we already have translators for different languages, why don't we have technologies that can understand impaired speech? This question stayed in my mind for many years, and it brought me into the world of technology, startups, and entrepreneurship. For me, entrepreneurship is not about business. It's about solving real-world problems and improving people's life. When I was 12 years old, I started writing scientific research papers, and at 15, I began learning IT because I wanted my research to become something more than just papers, and I wanted it to create real impact and help people around the world.
Thank you. And I might add that Ukili has been engaged in scientific research since the tender age of 12. So, very, very impressive. And last but not least is Jules, who has kindly allowed me to use her Americanized name instead of her name from Thailand, which I cannot pronounce. But she is a Thai interior designer, entrepreneur, business executive, and media creator. She's the founder of Double V Group. It's a Bangkok-based, multidisciplinary luxury design and build firm, and also Conforti Asset, a premium real estate development company. Can we get Jules' video?
I'm in the business of pride. For 12 years at W Group, I've designed homes recognized 4 years running among the top 100 interior designers in the world. But what I'm really designing is in the space. It's the moment a homeowner walks in and feels, often for the first time, that they truly belong. I call this inside-out design. Most architects start with the facade. I start with the family, how they wake, eat, rest, become themselves. Then we build the walls around that life. After hundreds of homes, I see what no one else sees. Today's family want more than bedrooms and bathrooms. They want a room for the cat, a cinema, a golf simulator, a safe room, his and hers bath inside the master suite. That pattern, built from real lives, not assumptions, has become our formula. Now we are scaling it into real estate development across Thailand and soon the UAE. not building properties, building homes people are proud of. I'm Jinat Icha Sunthornwinet from Thailand. Call me Jules. I would love to meet everyone here building something that lasts.
So my question to you, Jules, is, was there an event or someone that inspired you to pursue a career in entrepreneurship?
Yeah, what pushed me hard was so frustration that I see beautiful spaces that didn't actually work for people living in them. So when designer hands off a drawing and somewhere between the drawing and the finished home, the life inside it gets lost. I want to own the whole journey so nothing gets lost in translation. So I didn't start a company to be a boss. I started one to protect the work. The entrepreneur came after designer.
Thank you. And you have beautiful designs. Lovely. Quite lovely. Muge, what was your initial training?
Yes, I'm here. No. Yes, but for near to myself, yeah.
What was your initial training when in college and or graduate school? And did you have a career in mind as an entrepreneur when you graduated?
Thank you. Actually, not at all for me because I was trained as an environmental engineer in a very classical way, like hydrology, chemistry, wastewater treatments, even though some professors doesn't understand what is the, exactly electronic waste. I mean, I've never seen about any processes in our college, in our school. So when I started the university, I imagined myself like I'm gonna work at the big companies and also maybe being an academic person. I've always passionate about what is the new things on the new worlds. I'm gonna always research about that. But in 2015, there's no any startup wordings in Turkey. So there is for sure, but it's a very small types of companies. So after graduated in Corona, in pandemic time, I've tried to make it different things, like I've searched the governmental grants for make it happen to real things. Even though I wrote TÜBİTAK, it's our governmental support, TÜBİTAK project, and when I won, I really don't realize that, okay, I'm gonna be an entrepreneur. After make our product and maybe I'm gonna make, I sold my first product to real customer, then I realized that, okay, I'm an entrepreneur, so I have another journey. I don't need to compare myself to my friends in the, biggest companies because it's totally different ones. So yeah, today I know I'm an entrepreneur, but it was a moment for me.
Thank you, Muge.
Thank you.
Ukili, you started at the age of 12, so I don't suppose you had training in college or graduate school, but was a career as an entrepreneur what you had in mind from the outset at the age of 12 doing research?
My journey is a little different from a traditional one. I'm from simple family from Kazakhstan, and we don't have in our family any entrepreneurs. My mother sits there.
Hi, Mom.
Thank you. Mama, thank you so much. My mother always supported me, and I'm still a school student, so most of my learning came from practice rather than university classrooms. I learned from Google, YouTube, ChatGPT, and different startup competitions where I received feedback from judges and different experts in Kazakhstan. In just 1 year, starting from zero in technology, I became one of the top 100 female tech founders in the world in 2026. And the most important skills I learned are adaptability, self-learning, of course, communication, and the ability to find opportunities where others see none. At first, I did not plan to become an entrepreneur. I simply wanted to solve a problem that mattered to me, that very mattered to me. But later I realized that a startup is the fastest way to turn idea into a solution that can help thousands of people. And also, if I think about it, maybe I have always been an entrepreneur, because when I was in second grade, I sold stickers to my classmates because I wanted to earn money to buy a toy for my little brother.
Wonderful, excellent. And on the end, I've got Jules. Same question. What was your initial training when you were in college or graduate school, and what did you have a career in mind as an entrepreneur when you started?
Yeah, my training was PO design. I poured everything into the craft. Business was nowhere in the plan. I could draw a perfect room, but I couldn't read a spreadsheet. Nobody warns me that the day you sign the first lease, you will become a salesperson, HR person, finance person, all at once. So, no, entrepreneur was never the dream at the start. But I think that's the honest story for most founders. You fall in love with the craft first, you have passion in something, and you build the business to keep doing the thing that you love.
Aren't they brave? I mean, this is what makes the world go round. You find a challenge or a societal problem, and then anybody in this room can put their mind to it, and as you said, Google, YouTube, or wherever you go, and figure out how to solve it. And if at first you don't succeed, what do? You try again, right? So congratulations to each of you. I'm going to stay with you for a minute, Jules. So what new skills have you had to learn as you develop your business? I think you mentioned a few. You couldn't read spreadsheets and things like that, but what's been most helpful to you as you've grown your business?
For me, right? Yeah.
Jules first.
Jules?
Did I understand?
Okay, so many. So like finance, leadership, negotiation, law. So everything I didn't learn from the class at all. I learned it from the job, and usually in the hard way. Leading people was the hardest. Designing a room is one thing. Leading a team of 66, each with their own dream, is another. But the most useful skill wasn't new. It was something learned already in design. So what I really proud of is I did a one-on-one coaching session with each person of my team, so they can motivate by themselves with their own purpose, not my own mission or vision. So that's what I drive my team forward. So what I learn new skill is in NLP, and I take the psychologist class to understand my team and understand my clients.
Excellent. Muge, would you like to add to that? What new skills did you have to develop as a technologist, an engineer?
Yeah, actually, as being an engineer, you learn, like, you find the right answer. But as being a founder, you need to make a decision very fastly and with very little information with your hands. So for me, I create my new skills for that. One of them is for sure sales part, because even though you have a miracle in your hands, if you cannot find the right person or right corporate to sell it, or if you don't know how can you sell your product, what is the secret formula of your product, probably you're gonna fail it. So the first thing that I learned is definitely the sales part. The second one is actually managing money and time equation, because at the first part, when you are beginning your job, probably you don't have any budget for make something bigger products. So you need to first your pilot project to how can I say, to prove of your concept to some investors or some customers to they are need them. And after that, you're gonna take some fundings to grow your pilot to real life, to real job. So yeah, I'm learned a lot of things about these two things.
How many employees or contractors do you have? And at what point did you hire professionals such as accountants and lawyers to help your business?
Yeah, actually our team consists of 9 people. For today, I'm a solo founder, but I have 2 co-founders also. Being an entrepreneur, like if you want to being a businesswoman or businessman, I think for today you need to know at least a little information about accounting, HR, or self-improvement. But if you want to being an entrepreneur, you need to learn everything about the perfect side. So perfect at the perfect stage, because the experiences is very, very expensive if you cannot catch the good moment or good time. Probably you're gonna lose your money. So I done a lot of wrong in the 5 years, but still I'm here. So yeah, you have to learn your experiences in a good way or bad way. But yeah.
I think it's important what you said about you need to know where you're going and what the perfect looks like, so that then you can build in a deliberate way as you move forward. I'm going to ask the same question to you, Jules. How many employees or contractors do you have? And have you hired any professional outside help at some point, lawyers or attorneys or financial people?
Yeah, I hired many professionals and experts, because that's what I do for scaling. I was solo designer, and when I scale, I need to keep my standard. So I hired like top architect in the industry to join our force, and that become high fixed costs that I have to manage. But yeah, so I think to have a good team is the answer. Yeah.
Thank you, Jules. And so, Keely, what new skills did you have to learn as you develop your business? What's been most helpful to you? How many employees or contractors do you have? And what was the last question? Oh, have you hired any professionals such as accountants, lawyers, or finance people? I know it's a lot, sorry.
When I started, I thought that hard skills is most important thing, but very quickly I realized that they are not enough. You can be very smart, but if nobody knows about your work, you can remain invisible. Today, AI can already write code, and many tasks are being automated. That's why human skills, soft skills, are becoming even more important. In my opinion, you need emotional intelligence. You need to know how to build relationships with people and network with people. Most opportunities come through the people. I had no connections and no special advantages, but through networking, I built partnerships with different clinics from all over Central Asia, connected with leaders in Kazakhstan's healthcare sector, and grew my project. And I think my knowledge of psychology also helps me manage a strong team where everyone performs at a high level. For example, different psychotypes I use all of this to build my team, and I think when you build your company, when you build your business, you must know how to listen your team, and I learned that I need to hear, and I need to know my mistakes and learn from my team too. And I think these qualities that help me the most are hard work, continuous learning, adaptability, positive thinking, of course, and the ability to admit my mistakes.
Thank you. So I'm going to start with Müge. Certainly, let's talk about millennials today. And most people are concerned about the environment, the climate, sustainability, those types of things. Certainly, in your business, you're concerned about those things. Do you want to tell us a little bit about what the problem was, how rampant the problem is in Turkey, and also, do you incorporate those principles into your business?
So our company's mission is very clear and simple. I think we are trying to reduce carbon dioxide, carbon footprints coming from the electronic waste. So, but sustainability is, I think, not just for the earth or environment. Also, you need to make a correct strategy for human well-being in your company. So I think it is a more important thing for my company, because I believe that the good people create a good work. So like, okay, we have an AI today, but it is not a human, so it doesn't have any sensitive. So there's a lot of different, ethical issues for that. And I'm a woman founder. Because of that, we've already have women positive rights in our company, like, for example, menstrual leave or something, or you're gonna, you have some rights about the birthday leave. So I'm always try to push up my team about the good things in a positive way, because not just because of the millennials, by the way. I think I'm not millennials. I don't know. I'm a Gen Z or something. I think. But
you're not.
So I try to create my utopia company. I think everybody is working very happy. Like we are working our team at least 4 years at the same way, and everything is gonna be in a good way. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're right, this is an old card and an old question. So I'm going to talk about Gen Zers and maybe Xers. But currently today, people are pressing the companies they work for to be more accountable to the environment, sustainable solutions, and climate change initiatives. So Ukili, would you want to talk about that with your company?
When I recruit people to my company, the first thing I look is their values. I want to work with people who are motivated not by money, but by a genuine desire to help others and make positive impact on the world. And my company focuses on an important part of sustainable development is social inclusion. Today, more than 800 million people around the world live with speech impairments and caused by over 300 different conditions, from a simple stroke, simple conditions, Parkinson's, cerebral palsy, and etc. And many people wrongly assume that if someone speaks differently, they're less intelligent. In reality, that is often not true at all. And our mission is to make sure that AI does not create new barriers, but helps people feel heard, understood, and included. And I think technology should give people a voice, not take it away.
Thank you. And Jules, certainly in design and real estate, there is a lot of opportunity to address environmental sustainability and climate change. So tell us how you go about that with your business.
Yes, thank you. Maybe not in the same way that people think or expect. In my industry, the most powerful sustainability decision is longevity. Fast, disposable design is one of the most wasteful things in the world. You build it, it looks dated in 3 years, you tear it out, it goes to landfill. My whole philosophy is beauty as a lasting legacy. When a space is built around how a family really lives, they don't want to read it out. They keep for decades. Building things people don't want to throw away is the most honest sustainability I know.
That's a good point. You know, when I think about in the U.S., a lot of the style of furniture and furnishings that we have in our home, I know my daughter doesn't like them. So, you know, they're out buying, and then as things get cheaper and they don't sustain as long, there's just a lot of waste, rather than, as our parents used to do, you know, hand down beauty from generation to generation. So you're doing a great job, Jules. Thank you so much for reminding us about that. So, Jules, what are the challenges for your business going forward?
Yeah, as I mentioned, that I want to scale my business, and it's the service-based business that I have capacity of people. If I want to produce more projects, I need more people. So I increased from like 2-3 people to 5 people to 20 people to 40 people. Now it's almost 66 people already. So right now, the challenging is the fixed cost that is scaled so much that I need to find the projects or big projects to fit in the team. And to balance that, I need the forecast from CFO, and that's the beginning of hiring C-level in my company. So I was CEO myself, and in the same time, I know that I'm better to be a design director, not CEO. So right now, I hired a COO, CEO in my company also. So my challenging is to build a system in the service company and a design company is really difficult because all the talents, they are really have the ego, you know what I mean? Like they're really hard to manage. So to have all the talents in the same room, it's really challenging for me. But right now, the team is like, I'm so proud of my team because after they split to groups, and before they need to present the project to the client, they need to present it to me, and I inspired by my own team's work. So that challenging becomes like there's pro and cons in the challenge. So yeah.
Thank you. Are there any students in the room who are studying for their master's in business administration? No, not right now. Because one of the things you learn there is how to grow a company. And as you grow the company, you need to understand how it should be structured and organized versus an entrepreneur doing everything at one time, so that you have people in different specialties. And that's what I hear that you're doing right now, so that's excellent. That'll allow you to grow a lot faster and scale. Yukili, the same question for you. What challenges do you have going forward for your business?
One of the biggest challenges is trust, because when you work in intersection of technology and medicine and healthcare, it's not enough to create a good product. People need to trust your technology is safe and truly helpful. Many people are worried about sharing their voice data And that's why we spend more time explaining exactly how the technology works and how we protect privacy and confidentially. Another challenge is scaling. Today, our technology is available to people from Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Azerbaijan, and Russia. And collecting many data across 5 countries is already very challenging. In the future, I hope to expand to many more countries and languages to my platform. But challenges like this motivate me to keep moving forward.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a big challenge regarding IP. All of the companies collecting data about all of us. So I don't know if you've established your philosophies, but one thing we all need to do is understand the philosophies of the companies we do business with in terms of how they capture your data, who they share it with, who they don't share it with. And a secret that most people won't tell you is that who owns your data? Can you ever call a company and get your data back? Or do they collect it and they own it because it's in the small print of the contract? So it's just some of the things to look about. And certainly if you're doing translation to people with speech impairments, that's a big deal as to who owns the data at the end of the day. So it's a great thing to think about.
Thank you so much.
Was there a question? Okay, same question to you. What are your challenges going forward?
There's a very long list when we're looking at the challenge, but for today's topic, you know, women in business. So I'm definitely, my working area is definitely male-dominated backyard scrubbing sector in the real life. So being a woman in this sector is very harsh sometimes because we opened our company, we create a system that we're gonna change this illegal system to legal side. I mean, we need to open our backyard scrapping because there is a lot of carbon emissions when you burn the refrigerator. So we need to proper and licensed facility to make a greater work or something. So it is a big challenges and I cannot change. So being a woman, I think, I'm sorry, but the second one is, again, the regulations, the authorities, because, the real source of pollution is the biggest companies, biggest industries, but and also we have some environmental laws like waste electronic equipments laws, but the inspection is not really enough to make a collaboration between the industries with the startups, for example. We cannot we don't have the same budget or same acuity with the biggest corporate ones to startups. So we need a lot of incentives to make a collaboration with the, enterprise clients. And there's two things for me.
Lots of big challenges.
Yeah,
thank you. What advice would you give students, young business students? I didn't see many hands that wanted to be entrepreneurs, but hopefully they're changing their minds. So what advice would you give to the young students in the room if they're looking to pursue a career outside of the norm? You're in technology, so in engineering.
I think you shouldn't fall in love with your talent or, solution or, anything else about yourself. My advice is just fall in with just one problem that you cannot sleep at all. I mean, I watched documentary about the electronic waste at the dark side, and after that I cannot really sleep. So I'm always thinking about how can we recover the copper, gold, or rare earth elements, because there's a huge raw material crisis. So we don't need to digging under the mountains, and we don't need to disrupt the earth, disrupt the trees. So if you are passionate about any problem or love it problem, please go ahead, because maybe today it doesn't convert any impact or any numbers to you're gonna celebrate it, but after maybe 5 years or 10 years, it converts to something. I promise that.
That's excellent. And I spent many years in technology, and looking at the technology, we're at a place now where technology isn't what I ever dreamed would happen in my lifetime. And I used to go around the world talking to CEOs about, don't think of technology as doing your emails and your back office types of things. If you can dream of a challenge, right now there are technologies that you can leverage to execute on those dreams that you have. So don't let your dreams be a limit. The quality of technology these days can allow you to do almost anything. So good advice, Muge. Ukili, the same message for you. What advice would you give to young students who want to pursue a career outside the norm?
It's don't wait for permission and do not be afraid to do what you truly love. People will often tell you you are too young, too inexperienced, or that your idea is too ambitious. People told me the same thing, but I learned one important lesson. Nobody can give you permission to believe in yourself. Only you can make that decision. And I especially want to speak to young women. Don't be afraid to take a seat at the table. Don't be afraid to ask questions. There are no stupid questions. And don't be afraid to share with your ideas. I dropped out of one of the most prestigious schools in my country, where I studied on a full scholarship. I come from a simple family. We did not have a lot of money. For us, buying clothes from a shopping mall in the city it felt like something special. And many people believe that graduating from that school, that prestigious school, is the only path to a successful future. I worked very hard to get in when I was in 6th grade, and my parents were proud of me. But after 3 years, I realized that the school did not match my goals. I did not want to spend all my day, all my time memorizing information. I wanted to create, I wanted to build and learn through all experience. So I made difficult decision to leave and start over, and many people told me that I was making a mistake and that I would never be successful. I was scared too, but today, at 16-year-old, I'm included in global rankings and invited to speak at universities and international events. My story, I think, is proof to anything is possible, and if you are willing to start, take risk, and believe in yourself, all will be good.
No fear there. Yes, Jules.
Yeah, I think there's no shortcut, and I learned it in a hard way. I rushed so much to be success because my parents are so old. They are like 77 or something like that. So I want to retire them like early. So I work so hard. I work my ass off. I don't go to parties. I don't have friends. I give up my life to work and to focus on my dream to retire my parents. 4 years ago, I did it. So I retired them. Thank you. So I retired my whole family and live happily in Chiang Mai, in northern Thailand. So I heard my dad singing in the first time in my life, just like last month. So that's what I'm really proud of, to work in and work really hard in your own purpose. So my next goal is like to have like my own house. So I will work my ass off the same. So that's no shortcut. As I told you, I worked for 12 years And it's like, I want to be a success, I want to be a success, but my dad taught me that the flower, we cannot rush the flower to bloom. So if they bloom, you will know it. And if the time comes, you will know it. And don't underestimate yourself. As a lady and to be a woman in this industry, the construction industry, it's really hard to gain the respect. So I work in silence. I don't post anything. I work so hard. I work on weekends. I go to office when my team rests. So when time comes, people doesn't know that I already accomplished many projects and won many awards already. So work in silence is the key for me to don't let anyone doubt on you. Yeah.
Are these women very inspiring? Hard work, passion, dedication, and it all starts with a dream. Make sure that you always know you can make your dreams come true with a little bit of help on the side. So I'm going to ask them one last question, but we have time for questions from the audience. So please start thinking of your questions that you have for the panelists, and I'll have you come to the mic one at a time, your name, your school, and what you're studying, and quickly what your question is, okay? But my last question is what I was going to ask as the first question. We know you as businesswomen. Tell me something personal about yourself. Who are you? What are you made of? What do you like to do in your spare time, if you have any?
Okay, I'm going to start. Actually, I have a dog, so like, is it the correct answer for you? Okay, then. So I'm a little bit nervous about my future, like all the time, because we don't know what's happened after. For example, if I'm gonna fail my job. So I'm very far away the corporate side if I'm gonna fail my startup. So I don't know, I'm gonna make my job as an environmental engineer again or not. So it's a very, sometimes my anxieties get increased because of that. But sometimes I feel like today, like this moment, I'm here for, done good things for the earth, maybe, for create a real impact. So we are make a lot of social responsibility projects with electronic waste. So if I'm gonna fail it, okay, even though I'm gonna make it something real. So I'm me.
You brought up a good point. As the owner of your business, are there people that you can speak with confidentially to kind of muse about things?
Yeah, there's a lot of differences between inside and outside. I think the stress level is very high if you are being an entrepreneur, but the stress level also is getting motivated to working more. So there's you need to medium average stress levels for make good things, I think.
Thank you.
Thank you too.
Ukili, same question. What would you like the audience to know about you?
I have different hobbies. I liked astrophysics. I also like volunteering. I have organized more than 50 events for free about IT, startups, educational different events for Central Asia students. I also love to hiking in mountains. I like to record different TikToks, Reels. It's my dream to be a big blogger, and now my dream also is to be Miss Kazakhstan.
Wow!
And I successful past casting, and they support me too, support my job. I also like to have my time with my family. We discuss different themes. We walking, different.
Thank you. Sounds like fun. Jules, I'm afraid to ask you, because after the last time you spoke, you told us that you work day, night, and weekends. But is there something you'd like to share with the audience about yourself? Who are you and what do you like?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. That's what I will talk about it. The worst part is I always be single. So I go back, I work hard, I go back home, I have no one. So I learned that hard when I, playing board game. And there's a board game called Actual Life that if you play like this or do something like this, you will end up living what life. So in the game, I end up, I have a big house, very success in career, but I will be single. So
You should adopt a dog, maybe. Right? We have stray dogs.
Yeah, so after the game, there's like the staff coming to me, advise me to do the acting date. So I start loading acting date, and I go out date a lot, like a lot. And I finally found my husband.
Oh!
So it was not easy journey to go out of date because we work really hard and we have high specification of who will become our life partner, right? So, but if I go out date and he's not the one, I just left. So I don't care, but because I value my time and my value. So, yeah, finally I married last year.
Congratulations. This is wonderful.